Hey guys, so today we're going to be reading a really good story. It's one of my favorite stories. It's called Dear Primo. It's about two cousins that live in different places and how their lives are different and similar. So while we're reading this story, I think it would be really helpful for you to create a Venn diagram or a double bubble to be able to write how the two boys are different. Okay, so in the double bubble, I would put the one cousin, Carlitos. Okay, that's the first cousin, and then let me see, and Charlie is the other cousin. So we have Carlitos on the top of one, and then you have Charlie on the top of the other bubble, and then you in the middle would be how they're both the same. What I would do right now is I would pause this video and I would draw a double bubble or a Venn diagram with one name Charlie on top and the other one put Carlitos on top. That way you can compare and contrast. All right. Now, this story is about how two cousins, one cousin lives in America and one cousin lives in Mexico. I'm going to actually have the story read it to you because there are some words that I know I won't pronounce necessarily correct because I don't know Spanish, even though I wish I did. So it's going to read it for you, and I'm going to turn the pages. Remember, you should be making a Venn diagram so you can answer your questions. How are Charlie and Carlitos the same, and how are they different? If you want to challenge yourself, you can mute the video while you watch. Dear Primo, a letter to my cousin by Duncan Tonathia. Let's see if I got it right.
Genre, realistic fiction. Dear Primo, a letter to my cousin by Duncan Tonatillo.
I did not pronounce it right, but that's why I'm going to have the video pronounce it for you. I wish I could pronounce it better, but here we go.
Score! I just got a letter from my primo, my cousin, Carlitos. I live in America, but he lives in Mexico, where my family is from. Maybe someday we'll meet.
Can already tell the difference between how they live and where they live by the pictures.
Dear Primo Charlie, how are you? Do you wonder like me what life is like far away? I live on a farm surrounded by mountains and trees. My family grows many things, such as maíz. We have a burro, pollos, and a gallo. Every morning the gallo crows and crows. Picture labels: gallo, maíz, burro, pollos. Dear Primo Carlitos, I live in a city. From my window, I can see a bridge and cars zooming by. I can see skyscrapers too. Skyscrapers are buildings so tall, they tickle the clouds. At night, all the lights from the city look like stars from the sky.
So you could put how where they live is different. You can write right now in your Venn diagram, how are the two places they live different, or and how are they the same?
Every morning, I ride my bicicleta to school. I ride it past the perros and past the nopal. Picture labels: nopal, perros. I ride the subway to school. The subway is like a long metal snake, and it travels through tunnels underground. At recess time, I play football. My friend passes me the ball, I kick it with my foot, and if I score, I yell, "Goal!" I play basketball. My friend dribbles the ball and passes it to me. I jump and shoot. The ball goes swoosh. Nothing but net.
This is a good page for comparing and contrasting, even just looking at the pictures.
When I come home from school, I help my mom cook. My favorite meal is quesadillas. I make them with cheese and tortillas. Picture labels: quesadillas, tortillas. In America, we have lots of different foods. My favorite is pizza. I like getting a slice on my way home from school. After I finish my homework, my mom lets me go outside and play. In Mexico, we have many games, like trompos and canicas. Picture labels: trompo, canicas. My favorite game is papalotes. My friends and I run, and with a little wind, we fly the papalote high up. Picture label: papalote. When I finish my homework, I play games with my friends from the building. We play by the stoop and in each other's apartments too. I like going over to my friend's home to play video games.
So remember, this is Charlie, and on the last page, that's Carlitos, okay? So when you're doing your Venn diagram, Charlie's from the US, Carlitos is from Mexico.
In the afternoon, it often gets hot. To cool off, I jump in a small rio that is nearby. Picture label: rio. In the summer, the city gets hot too. I like getting splashed by the fire hydrant when the firefighters open it up and close off the block. On the weekend, I go with my parents to the mercado, an open-air market in the town nearby. We sell maíz and tunas, a prickly fruit that we grow. We also buy the food and other things we need. Picture labels: maíz, tunas. On the weekend, I go with my mom to the supermarket. She brings a list: milk, toothpaste, soap, and I check off the items as we put them in our cart. In the town, from time to time, they have fiestas that last 2 or 3 days. At night, there are cohetes that light up the sky and mariachis that play and play. Picture labels: cohetes, mariachis. In my city, sometimes we have parades. People in costumes and uniforms march down the street, and everyone gathers around to watch. There are charros in Mexico that I wish you could see. They do tricks with their caballos and reatas. Picture labels: charros, reata, caballo. On the streets here, you can see breakdancers who do flips and spin on their heads. In Mexico, we have so many traditions, such as the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. My favorite tradition is attending the December parties called posadas. At the end of each posada, there is a piñata filled with fruit and sweets. When someone breaks it, we all get to jump in. Picture label: piñata. In America, we have traditions too, such as Thanksgiving, when we eat turkey, and Halloween, when we dress up and go trick-or-treating. But I have to stop writing now. My mom just told me I have to brush my teeth and go to bed. I have an idea. My primo should come visit me.
Mhm.
My primo should come visit me.
So that was the story of the two different cousins. So, like I said, this is Carlitos that lives in Mexico, and this is Charlie that lives in the United States. It seems like he lives in a city somewhere like New York or something. So you should have been writing on your Venn diagram the ways that Carlitos and Charlie are the same, and the way that Carlitos and Charlie are different. So if you're not done with that, go ahead and finish that up because you're going to want to use that for your questions that you have to answer that goes with this. I suggest going back and reading the story again to finish up your Venn diagram and then go on and move on to answering your questions.